We're in Charleston, South Carolina tonight on Church Street, and the Heavy Metal Music Matter likes to always rise to a challenge to find more metal around the country. And we didn't think we were going to find any metal here in Charleston. We've been coming here a long time. I've been coming here since a little boy, but Alaric knows the city very well. But we came here thinking we weren't going to find anything, but we did on King Street, and this place called the Record Stop. The guy Bruce, who owns it, has a original location up in Long Island, and then he opened up one down here in Charleston on King Street. And we did find a lot of different albums, but we walked away with one in particular that ties to my childhood that Alaric really pushed to get. What did we get?
It was Welcome to Hell by Venom, classic black metal album. Venom was part of the new wave of British heavy metal as well. And then, of course, I mentioned before about Kronos and how he is the pretty much the godfather of the gravel and growl voice. I love how it's like, welcome to hell! Yeah, and all that.
Yeah.
Hey, Leopold, this album in particular, Welcome to Hell, that was part of your childhood too when you were growing up in the 80s as a metalhead kid. And you also had the Venom jacket.
Yes, before it was cool to have a jean jacket. I mean, jean jackets were popularized in the 80s. Most of the time, a person wearing a jean jacket. I'm officially a metalhead from the 80s. I mean, I had the cut off arms. I didn't have those arms. I had the jean jacket with that Welcome to Hell patch on the back. And I remember wearing that everywhere I went, riding on my bike around the neighborhood. So part of my childhood. Something else a part of my youth. I mean, not when I was little, but so as I got older, I started watching horror movies. Most kids in the 80s, mostly a lot of my friends like horror movies. It was a big part of the 80s, and it tied into metal. So when we started watching movies like The Omen, that was a big deal. I mean, seeing those movies, and it tied into that kind of that type of material. And as far as Venom definitely had that creepy kind of horror movie music sound, kind of what much like Black Sabbath were trying to do. That's exactly where it came from, where Ozzy and Tony were talking about making music that was from the darker side. There's the good side, and there's that other side that people weren't really talking about much, especially coming out of the 70s, where a lot of the music was really just really lame. But this, for the most part, changed the game. And so, more so than Black Sabbath. So Venom, being part of that tradition of the new wave of British heavy metal, really, I didn't really connect it to that until later. I didn't realize. I just kind of liked them as a separate thing. But black metal is a genre that is not for everybody, but it's neither are horror movies. Not everyone likes to watch horror movies, but this music really got me going. Really was really, really exciting.
Yeah, and then of course, the sound production isn't amazing, but
that's kind of the charm of it, though,
it's not supposed to be, because it's raw and it's rebellious, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And
metal is exactly what that is, rebellious.
Yes. And
but
then,
the passion though that you hear, just like recently you purchased in Mayhem the demos, re-released demos from Norway.
Yes.
And that you listen to that, and somebody might say, well, I can't really hear what the guy's singing. Well, let me tell you, that's not what it's about. It's about raw energy. The passion and the hunger that you hear is absolutely why we love that. And that's exactly why this is awesome too. Yeah, it's totally cool.
About the Out From the Dark demo, 1989 came out, and then it's like the singer, he is amazing dead. He's not alive anymore, which really stinks that he's not alive, because he was a great singer and he had that great intensity to him. And then
so you think about some of these things happen, in like real life, but these musicians really were passionate when they were making this music. So that's what we want to focus on. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can focus on that aren't necessary, but the most important thing is listen to that raw energy. And a place like Charleston, where there's a lot of paranormal activity and lots of haunted history here, this is a perfect place to talk about this. So if you come to Charleston, expect to go on a ghost tour. It's a really great place to do that kind of thing. Even if it sounds cheesy, it's a great place to do that. And but talking about this kind of music, this is totally appropriate. Awesome. So some recommendations I have for the classic black metal for me would be Melissa and Don't Break the Oath by Merciful Fate, and Welcome to Hell and At War with Satan by Venom, and the album Black Metal by Venom is really, that was the album that really gave the title to this whole genre. Venom's black metal. What about you, Larry?
Well, I have Mayhem, Death Crush EP, I have Mayhem Dom Symphonis De Mistress. That was great. 2 classic albums, of course. And then I have Dark Throne, Under a Funeral Moon, Dark Throne, A Blaze in the Northern Sky, and also by Dark Throne, Transylvanian Hunger. We both just said a bunch of classic albums that put a lot of influences on newer black metal bands and just metal in general. And anything else you'd like to say?
That pretty much takes care of that. So happy hunting. If you're interested in this kind of thing, go for it.